Hi guys, we're about halfway through the inspection. I thought I'd kind of do a walk around and take another video. So this may be kind of a long rambling video. I apologize. Uh, but kind of a shot of the neighborhood and walk out the street here a little bit. So I know you've done a map recon, but that stop sign down there, that road is Marvin. And then this is Indian Summer back here. That's the road that runs all the way through the neighborhood. If you go out through the neighborhood, there's actually a back way going that way that'll take you to Mounts Road and the Mounts Road or the DuPont Gate. It's a nice back route. Not many people know about it, but you can get from here to and get on post without ever getting on the freeway. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and go into the house. We're going to see my wife in there, Gail, and the inspector, Keith. And I've been working with, well, Keith's boss, Dwayne Boggs, started his business about the time I started mine. We've worked together for years and years. The inspector, Keith, works for Dwayne. And he's a great inspector. He's very, very thorough. And I'm going to talk here in a minute about expectations on this inspection, but very, very thorough, to the point of sometimes it frustrates me a little bit. But then I have to remind myself that he used to be, well, he still is, I guess, Marine. And so whenever I get really frustrated, I just remind myself of that. But anyway, bedroom 2, I know you've seen all this. I just thought I would walk through again. This will be one of 2 videos. We'll do another video with the inspector and he'll just do kind of a little out briefing when he's finished. And I think we're probably 3/4 of the way through the inspection right now. He's still got to go up in the attic and into the crawl space, but I think he's pretty much done with the interior of the house and the garage. Haven't found anything fatal or earth-shattering, typical stuff for a home of this age. And all of that will be on the report, along with photos and stuff. And Keith will do his out briefing, although I don't know he's going to have much to highlight on the out briefing. So anyway, I said I was going to kind of talk a little bit about scope of the inspection. There's kind of 3 parts to this, if you will. The first is safety type of issues, you know, something that could hurt a pet, hurt a child, that sort of thing, is first and foremost. And of course, anything safety related is kind of an automatic. We ask the seller to fix it. Secondarily, systems and structures. So, and this is Keith, the inspector. The systems and the structure itself are expected to function as designed, and you got to kind of take that, of course, with a grain of salt in an older home. But for example, the pipes are expected to hold water in, the roof is expected to keep the water out, that kind of thing. And then lastly is cosmetics. So it's really not, or it's generally accepted that you would not be asking for cosmetic stuff on an inspection like this. It's accepted that you would have looked at the cosmetics when you made the offer. Now, if something is hidden, you know, they had a throw rug that was hiding a burn in a carpet, or who knows what, things like that, obviously we would ask for. But for example, you know, the vinyl here on the floor is a little bit older, not brand new. It's in good shape. So maybe this wasn't a good example, but asking them to come in and replace this floor, for example, because it's old or whatever, would not be what this inspection's all about. So anyhow, yeah, it is a very clean house, and I think it's going to make a nice project for you. So, and I am going to turn back around and go back out to the garage. I just, honestly, I didn't remember if I walked through this part of the living room. We're still talking about this, and I know you're probably just going to remove it. I think this must have been, it's almost got to be music related. and maybe the kid goes in there to play the instrument and it knocks the sound down to some degree, but not completely. I don't know, but that's the only thing that we can come up with as a theory. So I'm gonna head out to the garage real quick. One thing he did test these garage openers. This one is not wanting to go, so we're going to ask the seller to figure that out. Obviously, it's an old one. This looks like it's probably original to the house. It's an old Sears opener. This is a new Genie opener on the middle bay, and then the last bay does not have an opener on it. And there's a couple things here. The seller mentioned this to me, and I know I haven't taken it up with you, and I'm sure that you're tracking on this. But anyway, this workbench here, he's planning to take with him his firewood holder, which has the little no on it. He's planning to take with him. So anyway, the furnace, we looked at the furnace. The filters need to be replaced, and this will be in the inspection report. The last time it was serviced was in 2016. It was installed in 06. So we're going to be asking them to have the furnace serviced as well. And what they're looking for there primarily, the guy comes out and services will clean it, replace filters, and then they do a test on the heat exchanger to make sure there's no carbon monoxide issues. So, and then I think you're aware of this, but the warranty that I put on the house will cover the furnace, the water heater, the kitchen appliances. It covers everything except the roof and the refrigerator. So, and I'm going to head out back real quick and just do kind of a panorama, and then I'll probably end it with that. So this, I don't know if you recognize this decking. This is and I may have pointed this out when I was over before, but this is a Trex decking, so it's a composite. A lot of times they make this out of recycled rubber and things like that, but it's I've used a bunch of it, and it's great stuff. It's impervious to the weather and so on and so forth. The inspector Keith did get up on the roof. Said he thought it was between, I think he said between 7 and 10 years old, and it's in real good shape. There was one cracked shingle and one shingle all the way down at that far corner that had a corner torn off. It was like the shingle right at the corner. And I was just, that little bit of moss up there. I don't know if we'll see what we're going to ask for, and if it's worth asking for that, or if we want to ask for something maybe of a little bit more importance. But what caused that is that tree was growing up over the roof and trapping moisture there, and so that moss grew. They've cut the tree back. They may or may not have put a moss treatment up there. I think they probably did. But they make a zinc powder product, and I use it on all our rentals and stuff. I put about every other year, I go up, sprinkle this stuff on the roof, and it kills the moss, and then the rain just kind of washes it off. With the condition of the roof, I think they've done that in the past. It's probably been a couple years. So anyway, this is getting to be a real long video, and I'm probably going to end it here. The next video will be kind of the out briefing with Keith. So there you go.